Welcome to the 8th episode of our superhero campaign, Marvel is the New Vanguard, Piercing Chaos. We are so excited to be here and start our own Marvel adventure using the rules for the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game playtest book. We're going to jump right into the story, but first, let's have the cast say who they are, who they're playing, well, mostly everyone, and upcoming projects they're working on. And of course, we love to start with our fantastic DM, Aliza. Aliza, you'd like to talk about yourself?
Yes, hello. I'm Elisa Pearl. I am the storyteller for this journey that we've been on. You can find me at Elisa Pearl on Twitter and Instagram. And oh yeah, this is late August now.
31st.
I'm about to head to D&D Castle. Like real soon. So yeah, that's exciting. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't have anything else going on. That's not true, but nothing that's worth sharing.
No worries. Next, we're going to go to one of our special guests. Jessica, you'd like to talk about yourself, not who you're playing, but projects that you're working on.
Hi, I'm Jessica Linverdi. I don't know what to do with my hands. I'm Jessica Linverdi. You may know me from many a table or many a Twitch. Right now, you can listen to me and my boyfriend do a podcast about Lord of the Rings leading up to the Rings of Power called Podcasts of the Rings. It's really silly and dorky. He's super dorky and we're having fun. So you can find it wherever you get your casts. I can't tell you who I'm playing.
Is that apostrophe casts?
Yep, exactly. Lisa got it.
Oh, okay.
Wherever you get your pods.
Pods and your casts.
Or your casts. They're all different.
I'm glad to have you with us, fam.
Me too, but glad to be here.
Yeah. All right, make our way down. We have the wonderful Melee Damage. You'd like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects you're working on.
Sure. Hi, I'm Melee Damage. And if it's August 31st today, then today is my birthday.
Happy birthday!
Yay!
Happy birthday!
Thank you very much. So I'm going to celebrate it later today after the stream anyways, even though this is pre-taped, because why not? Tonight I will be playing Electra, and you can find me on all the socials at whatever they are /Melee Damage. And that's honestly the best way to stay up to date on all of the things that I do everywhere, be it music, film, or streaming. So add me there.
All right, perfect. Next, we have the wonderful Aki. You'd like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects you're working on.
Well, I'm Aki. My pronouns are they, them, and I play Aid Hastings, otherwise known as Captain America, also they, them. And as far as projects that I am working on, honestly don't know what's happening right now or what I am able to announce. I've got a lot of things that are coming up, but nothing that has actually ramped up yet. So
No worries. Next, I already know what project he's about to announce, but Reed, you'd like to talk about yourself, who you're playing, and projects you're working on.
Of course. Hello, everyone. I am at Big Dude Re on all the socials. Tonight, I will be playing Usnavi DaCosta, Morningstar, wonderful person, and overly confident individual. Now, let's see. For projects I'm working on, we're going to see how accurate this is. First, you should be hearing about our newest campaign, The Tower, our Mage's Ascension story, which is going to be wonderful, and I can't wait to share all the details with you all. But over on Rerolls, we also have Arithian Nights, where our party is most likely beginning to travel in search of danger and potential fortunes and mysteries. We'll see how accurate that is. And then we should have just recently finished up our season for The Price of Power, a Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle. So you can tell us and let us know how you're feeling about that ending. Then after all that, I think that's everything.
All right. And of course, our second special guest here, Roberta, who'd like to talk about yourself, not who you're playing, and projects that you're working on.
First, I'd like to congratulate Jess on her partner's podcast. I didn't even know about that. Right on. That sounds fun. I'll have to check it out.
Okay, yes, please enjoy.
My name is Roberto Lewis. No character stuff. You can find me on Instagram at at Blah Blah Goals. And right now, I'm performing improv with three teams: Forever Team, Pug, and the Bearded Company. And we're performing around LA, and I promote it on my page.
Wow. Yeah, we're going to have to get your links in there so we can make sure people could be able to take a look at it. 3 improv teams. Woof. On the grind, I see. As for yours truly, I play Divinity, or Orion, of course, the sweet bean 12-year-old who's realized running is hard and still trying to understand his superhero life. It's very complicated. In terms of projects, it has already been announced on Twitter, so there's a couple of things I can announce. One, on September 8th, I'll be playing on the GR's Crew channel, Greater Restoration. We're playing from the show called The Expanse. If you ever see the Amazon show from Amazon Prime, there's a TTRPG out there, and we're playing in that universe. So I'm super excited about it. We got to play a one-shot a while ago, and now we're going into a full-blown campaign. So I'm super excited about that. And also, I'm part of Cynthia's Marie upcoming campaign, which that I can't really talk about too much. It's just been announced on Twitter, but it hasn't been much information behind it, so I will keep that a secret. So just keep an eye out for that one on Cynthia Marie's Twitter. You can be able to figure out where we're going live and what the project is about. And with that, I think that's all the projects that I have. So I think it's about time we transition over to our wonderful DM, Elisa. Elisa, take it away.
So much has unfolded for the new Vanguards. They found out that one version of Dr. Angela Winston has taken the noir Angela away somewhere through a portal. They've also hacked into the biotech firm Aragensis, which is led by another Dr. Angela from Yamaya's multiverse. There was also another Dr. Angela Winston from GB313, 8 Hastings universe, that seems to be missing on the lam. And they were also able to successfully decrypt a mysterious file labeled the Butterfly Project, which has some strange instructions and a color-coded table that lists several multiverses, including some of the team's own. After departing the Noir multiverse, our team of multiversal heroes returned back to their pocket dimension home base. And here's where we find them. Gathered around the kitchen, Mountain Dew and Cheetos available for everyone, and taking a bit of rest to catch up and discuss their next moves. And they might notice that Divinity, the tallest among them, the one who wears a mask always, seems to be a bit restless.
Everything okay, kid?
Yeah.
That wasn't particularly convincing.
If you keep tickling your fingers like that, you're probably gonna break this house apart, so.
No, not really. I'm pretty good at making sure I don't damage too much. I ran into that when I first was superheroing, and so I make sure that I iron that out. But yeah, I think I'm gonna need to go back home for a bit, just so I can talk to someone. I didn't get the chance to finish up a conversation I had a while ago, and they're probably worried.
Well, I think we have enough on our plates for the moment that we could take a little bit of a break.
Would you all like to come to my universe?
Yes, that sounds lovely. And I think we have more Angelas to look for at this point, maybe. So, I mean, you take your time and rest up, and I have absolutely no trouble combing through things if we need to.
I want to learn what these VC coins you keep talking about are.
Are you going to come play NBA 2K with me? Not now, no, not
Sure.
now, not now. But after our conversation, we will get together. I will tell you all about NBA 2K and everything else. I promise.
Then we shouldn't waste any time. We should go ahead and get going.
Okay. Where is America at?
America is nearby in another part of this pocket dimension. And she actually sticks her head into the kitchen. She says, I heard my name just as I was about to walk in.
Could you send us to my universe, please?
Oh, sure. Is this family time?
You know?
I know a lot more than you probably think I know.
Maybe.
Okay. I'm not going to ask any questions. I don't see Yamaya and John. Were they going to come along with you?
No, Yumaya has some bad memories, I guess, of my universe, and so going back there probably causes some conflict, maybe.
The rest of you will see this before Divinity does. Divinity, because you're so tall, you can't really see behind you very well. Yamaya has walked into the kitchen while you were saying that. And she says, yeah, no, I'm not, no, thank you. Actually, America, I came to ask you for a portal back to my home to see my family because we have some downtime. So I just want to see my kids and hug them and make them sandwiches.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Was there something you wanted me to tell your mom?
Yeah. And she kind of pulls you over to the other side of the kitchen. Tell her I'm okay, that I didn't die, and to not be worried about me anymore, and that I love her.
I could do that.
Thanks. Have fun. That was a joke.
Okay. He looks towards the side, like kind of like shaking to the side, just like, okay, maybe this will happen. And he looks over towards her and says, how much does she know about me? I think she knows a bit, right? If I come by, she won't think it's weird.
Oh, well, So when I was on the team with you, wait, are you going to go to her as you right now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, she'll be fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
She would probably remember you too.
Okay.
Yeah, because how long has it been, did you say, since I was gone from there?
About 3 months, give or take.
That is just, wow. I feel like I've lived a whole life in what was 3 months for you.
It's definitely taking some getting used to. That's for sure.
Okay. Tell her that I will come and see her someday. I'm just not ready. Tell her it's been a long time for me. It would be weird.
I'll do my best. I promise.
Okay. Take care, everybody. Be safe.
And the video just waves towards her as where is John heading off to, by the way?
So John is sitting in the living room area, the upstairs living room area.
Okay.
Yeah. He's not in the room right now, but he's nearby.
Okay. So he looks. Divinity will look towards the others and say, "All right, ready where you all are."
Okay. America on one side of the kitchen opens up a portal through which Yamaya steps through and then closes it. And then on the other side of the kitchen, in front of you all, she says, "Here you go." Opens up a star portal. And you all step through into sunny San Diego, California. This multiverse. Yes, much to Usnavi's relief, there is a sun in this multiverse. This is T619858. And upon first glance for you all, it doesn't look too much different from maybe like 616. But you do notice a couple of light things like there is a Captain America poster in a shop window nearby. Doesn't look like Aid, doesn't look like Steve Rogers. It's a Japanese American man who's Captain America here. And you also see an Alligator Loki person in cosplay near the harbor, kind of like handing out flyers. So you know there's a a superhero presence here in this world. And you're getting the feel that it's kind of a sister realm to 616.
Welcome to my home. You all seem to all live in like a New York location. Well, this is sunny San Diego. We have the beach. We have bright sun, which for you, Usanavi, would probably be perfect, especially since John's universe had no sun. And yeah, if you all want to have a vacation time, this is a great place to do it. Or if you want to, of course, dive into looking into some things. You can find anything here.
This episode is sponsored by San Diego Tourism. Go visit San Diego.
Not TwitchCon, okay? Not TwitchCon. Anyway. As this airs on Twitch. So I'm going to have to see someone. I guess America already kind of revealed family time, quote unquote. But if you all need me, you all can reach me here on the communicators.
Sounds good. Stay safe out there.
Oh yeah, this is where I feel most comfortable in. Well, kind of. Hey, you see, they kind of just like look up at the pretty much sun, over the horizon, barely a cloud in the sky, pine trees all over the place. San Diego doesn't really have like that really oily type air that like LA has, so you can take a deep breath and still it feels a little bit more cleaner. It's not as bad. It's not as bad as LA. We had
fighting words over here.
I have to
fight.
I've never heard that.
Do we also need to say that? Is the audience like that full of people who like know Los Angeles that they have like know what you mean? It's like
maybe I thought the cloud over LA was like well known, but maybe not. I could be incorrect.
I'm just saying, did it have to be said? But I got it. Okay.
Dang.
Just because you could say it doesn't mean that you need to.
Thank you.
And
You were like the scientist from Jurassic Park.
I forgot about that individual. Oh, perfect. And so yeah, and with that, yeah, he just takes off, flies off to a particular direction.
Okay. Yeah. And Divinity, we will follow you in just a moment. But first, Usnavi, Aid, and Electra. Here you are at San Diego Harbor. There are lots of people around. Some look like tourists. Some people just look like business people on their way to their lunch meetings. There's restaurants, there's shops. There's even an aquarium on one side of the harbor. There's lots to do, lots of different directions and distractions to go in.
Okay, so now the Divinity's off taking care of their own thing. So I was under the assumption we've only kind of found these doppelgangers, like they said, around like the New York area. Any ideas of where we should possibly look now that we are on the complete opposite coast? I'm open to ideas. And also, should we split up or should we stick together in the search? I'm down for any plan, really.
Think that at least to start off, sticking together is probably a good idea. Till we're a little bit more familiar with the area. I would imagine we could probably find some sort of information hub, a computer or something like that we could probably start an initial search for Angela and then go from there.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
I wonder if it would be possible to see if there's a shield presence here. It could be worth trying to reach out to them as well.
Also look for AIM as well. My father mentioned that they had an office here, at least in our universe, so maybe they have one here as well.
All right, let's start cracking.
Shall we fly?
I can't fly.
That's the thing.
I can fly you both, it's fine. It'll be fine.
Okay. Sure.
Usnavi is going to gently take both of them in hand and I'll fly them off at a normal person speed. He's gonna be nice for now.
Okay. And where are you headed exactly?
I don't know if San Diego has like information places.
Let's fly to the library. It's not very far from the convention center.
Sure, library it is.
All right. Yep.
Superheroes go to a library.
All right. So you all take off hand in hand, and we cut over to Divinity, flying over San Diego streets. Not too far away, less than maybe probably like a quarter mile away from the harbor. You set down on a quiet, semi-suburban street just inside where the urban downtown turns into houses, rows and rows of houses. Oh wait, you're in an apartment. So yeah. Before you get to the houses, there are some apartment buildings, and you find yourself standing in front of one of them. And Earth 616 viewers will remember that previously Divinity came to this spot before, and this is their apartment, their home.
So you see Divinity just kind of look around and make sure that there's no eyes, no people walking around in the facility. And once they realize that there's no one's around, you just see that purple essence that helps change them into their 7-foot form just wrap around them like a cocoon, and their form just starts to shrink as it goes from 7 feet to 6 feet to 5 feet. And now standing at about 4 feet 1 inches, he's back in his little bitty kid self. Those same old blonde curls coming all the way down to the lower back of their lower traps area. The cherubic cheeks and the green hoodie with the green and white hoodie with black slacks, not black slacks, black sweatpants, and just Chuck shoes. And they're looking around, it's like, oh, okay. There's no cops this time, so we should be good. Last time that was pretty scary. I've never seen so many cops before. Well, no, I've seen a lot of cops before. Anyway, and then they'll kind of like make their way towards out the alleyway and dart towards the apartment structure.
Okay, yeah. And again, it is about noon right now. So out on the street, there's just a few people kind of roaming around. Roll your vigilance. Target number is 24.
Well, and I realistically hit this. You know what? Let me just double
Can
check.
you?
I was like, let me check the math.
Let's check the math.
Where'd it go?
Oh, okay. There it is.
I was
Yeah,
like,
what's your vigilance modifier?
I think it's just a +1. I think, or +2. Let me check. No, it's a +2, I think.
I see a 7.
What?
+7.
Oh, no, I was thinking. Oh, okay. I was thinking of the ability score. Okay, so +7. Hey, what?
So 16 + 7 is 23. So yeah,
Wait, so
probably
what was the score required?
24.
24. So the max I could get on the 3d6 is at 18. So
Yeah.
I would need.
Oh, 18. Right. So yeah, you
could, but
could. Yeah, you could. Yeah. If you roll your absolute best.
Okay. I'm going to spin the edge just because
Okay.
I got a 6 and
Karma.
a 5. Yeah, for karma. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Pretty good.
Yes. Oh, okay. 6, 5, 4. I don't think
Oh.
Is that enough?
Oh, wait. That's 18 minus 3, 15.
Oh, I have a +12.
You do? Oh, for vigilance. Yeah, we were both looking at logic. weren't we?
Logic, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, you have. Okay. It seems like you got it. Yeah.
yes, because that is 14 + 12 is 26. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Well, then, as you're about to walk into the apartment, the front door of the building, I should say, you notice a tall, slender, but like athletic, muscular woman with her hair in a ponytail and with some big pink headphones running towards you, jogging in workout clothes. And just when you see her, she sees you. And she pulls down her headphones. You're back.
Do I recognize?
It's Hyperion.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I just got back not
Hey,
too long.
kid, give me a sweaty hug. I mean,
Okay.
I'm giving you a sweaty hug. So here.
Okay. And they'll dive forward and they just give her a wrap around the waist, sweat and all. And probably feel the drop just fall on top of their forehead. Just like, what? Oh yeah, you're sweaty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is everything okay here?
Yeah, everything's fine. Yeah, your timing is good because mom and dad said they should be back soon today.
Up.
I haven't told them anything. Just
You
like
haven't?
you asked me to keep your secret until you were ready to tell them. So that's what I'm doing. I did tell them that you checked in since I sent that SOS Orion is missing message. So they know that you're alive, but they're still, I'm sure, going to have some questions and concerns.
Can we go upstairs and talk?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
She pulls out her keys, opens the front door to the building, and you all take the elevator up to the apartment, enter it, and you're home. And it looks just like how you left it.
So immediately they go to the refrigerator and pull out a blue bottle of Baja Blast, paste it on the top like someone who's been drinking alcohol, rip over the cup and just drench it down. It's like, okay, I've seen other people do this. I don't know why. It doesn't really do anything.
Okay.
So, yeah, so I was wondering how I can still keep this a secret because they're going to ask questions. Should I keep it a secret?
Okay. She sits down at the kitchen counter and like starts drinking from her bottle of water. So here's the thing. I've
want
been
some?
thinking about this. Oh, no, thanks. I'm good.
Okay.
I have been thinking about this since you left, and I don't really get why you want to still keep it a secret. Like, mom's a superhero, your dad's a superhero, I'm a superhero. You're literally just now completing the circle. Our whole family's superheroes. Why are you trying to hide this so much?
Well, so here's the deal. I didn't really get to talk much about like how all of this happened. I'll be honest. I just woke up one day that I was changed like this. Like I literally went to the bathroom and then I was this tall. Well, not this tall, much taller. Taller how
Right.
you saw what I changed.
Yeah, purple dude.
And I was like freaking out. I didn't know what was going on. And like the person in my head who also talks to me, they kind of help guide me like a couple days in to at least allow me to control it a little bit. But like I could tell like I was just getting started on things. And then I'll be honest, there was I'm not sure if you remember, but there was this like show that came on Channel 8 and it was featuring you. It was like talking about like how all these people around town was talking about how great you are for the city, and like that you should be like part of the Avengers already, and so it got me thinking like mom and dad, like they're already like heroes of like great renown, and you're already you're one of the most popular people out there. People already expect to see you doing great things, and I was just a normal kid. To be honest, this wasn't even really me. This kind of just happened to me, and so I felt like I need to earn it before I could really feel part of everyone else. So it was hard. I mean, my first 3 months of trying to do it, someone died. Well, I thought they died. That was Yamaya, my friend of mine, but she's not dead anymore. So I feel like I still got a long way to go.
Wait, she's not dead anymore?
Oh, we had to talk about that because they're trying to. Did you hear the news about how they're trying to make sure teenage heroes are not being heroes anymore? We have to take a test and exam and all that kind of stuff.
I'm glad I just barely made it past that requirement.
Well, I don't. I got a long way to go. So
Yeah,
that was
you
all
do.
because of what happened with her.
Right. But she's not dead.
She got blasted to a different universe, and now she's an adult with kids and a husband and the most expensive apartment I've ever seen. I don't know how this stuff works.
That was like 3 months ago. What? Are you sure? What are you talking about?
But he didn't take any photos. I was like, I wish I would have took some photos of like what she looks like now as well as her kids. It's crazy. She just magically changed. Even her personality is a lot different. She's a lot like a mom now, but she keeps giving me Mountain Dew, so that's all I care about.
We have so many thoughts, and before she launches into those thoughts, you both hear "Foom, foom," outside the building, past the windows.
Uh-oh.
And then
I mean, we really should just get a land. Why are we in an apartment of all things? I think we could have a bigger home. We could be out anywhere.
We're not in a buyer's market right now.
What?
Sweet.
But why do we have to be in a city? We could go to there's flat land in the middle of America. We could just fly and land. No, whatever. We don't have to make sure if someone's not.
Why would anyone want to go to the flat land in the middle of America? What if I
For
want
the space, the literal space.
What?
But the space, it could be good for the kids. They would have to, farm, the cows. They would have, make their own milk. And
Kids need culture. They need museums. They need foreign films. They need
just because
people
you're a
that
city
like
person
them.
doesn't mean that it's for everybody. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying it's for everybody. I'm saying it's for
Can we just
son.
table
It
this?
is our son.
It is our son. I know. And if you're talking about how she's not your daughter, we don't need to have that conversation right now.
I'm not trying. There's no need to relitigate all of this.
That's why I am not the one who brought up our son. I know that they're our son.
This conversation has happened from outside, down, around the building, through the front door, up the elevator, and now you are at the front door of your apartment.
Can we just be a team, a united front on this?
Of course. Have I not always
Don't
supported
say
you?
of course like you're not going to be, like I'm the one who wasn't going to be. Just say yes, honey, I love. Yes.
Okay. Hold on. Let me just get down on one knee here just to emphasize this. Yes, honey, I love you. We are a team, and we will find a reasonable house in this market that is not super reasonable. We'll find something. I have no doubt.
Orion, roll vigilance. This is going to be easy. So 22.
Okay.
You can continue the conversation. Basically, Orion, if you pass this, 22 is your target number, you will hear the rest of this conversation happening outside the door. And if you fail it, then you don't hear it.
So
But Hyperion might.
This was the weirdest thing to get this on. I have an ultimate fantastic success.
So you know everything we've been saying from outside.
They heard it. They heard it all.
Really? I was like, really? This is what you're rolling on?
Great. That is really great. Yeah, you heard almost all of it.
That's
Definitely the last few turns of conversation you heard through the door.
I love you too. I love you. I love you. I love fighting with you. I love being with you. I love having a child with you. I will live anywhere with you. I just think it's part of a conversation. That's all. It's a bigger conversation.
Absolutely. I'm just saying, if we want to put him in an alternative school, maybe something performing arts. Something
That is too much to talk about right now.
We gotta talk about it sometime, baby.
First of all, right now, we have to be disciplinarians. We haven't been here in so long.
Yeah.
I
Well, look,
wonder why I haven't been.
Hear that?
Yeah, well, Ryan's definitely like making that head
Roll
move.
vigilance.
Are you? I wonder why he's been gone for so long.
I'm definitely gonna see if I can hear that. Where? Let's see.
So yeah, scroll down, middle of your sheet, the red column
Yeah.
next to vigilance. Click.
And I'm rolling it against.
Oh yeah, Orion's.
Vigilance.
Hold on.
22.
Yeah, vigilance. Around.
22.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's how it. Hold.
And then go to the chat box to see your results.
That's what it is. Okay. I succeeded.
Oh yeah, well, definitely with that number. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Hold. And I push. I push open the door, and we're standing as a united front. I would hope my husband's standing as opposed to being on one knee now, because that was just pathetic.
I'm belatedly getting to my feet.
Was that talking back, son?
Hi.
We spoke about this. Respect first.
Respect first.
Who do you respect? You all were gone for like 2 years, and you all say you'll be gone for a month.
We could be gone for 20 years, young man, and we are still your parents.
With the way we raised you is our legacy. We could be killed tomorrow. You know this. This is how the superhero. I know you don't understand how the superhero life goes, but
Let's not scare him, sweetie. Your mother is not going to be killed by anything short of a
I mean that's.
god or a titan. Let's be honest about this. But the
I mean
principle-
he's fragile, squishy, unless he has a.
I am. It's true. I've been paralyzed. I've been killed and brought back. I'm a fragile.
Hyperion steps forward and says, "Hi, Mom and Dad. It's been 2 years. Maybe hug your children."
All right. Again, respect and discipline first. Hello,
Oh
Hyperion.
my God. Parents of the year. Hi.
I mean,
did not
honestly,
realize
we were the year we left. I
Oh
think
my God.
I think we did get that award for people.
I'm
right?
sorry
Is it-
we've been out trying to protect the innocence of the galaxy.
honey. We're just gonna take the L. Hi.
Fair enough.
Hi.
Hello. You look beautiful and sweaty. What the? Okay, bring it in.
Hi. What are you two wearing? Can you describe what your children see
Do you want to go first?
and what you
No.
look like too? Describe what you look like.
No.
Wait, who's going first?
Listen, where is the yes and spirit?
Yeah.
I wanted to see what my husband was wearing, but I've been called out. All right. I'm wearing my suit. I'm wearing my suit because we just literally came from space. We stopped nowhere. We went to space. We didn't check in. I'm wearing my full suit. I have short blonde hair, kind of like a, cool thing going on. I think it looks good. It really doesn't, but that's just me.
What does your suit look like?
So there's a star in the middle of it, and there's some red, and there's some blue, and some people call me a captain.
Mm-hmm. Got it. And that's an actual rank you hold.
Yes, yeah.
As well as a nickname. I like to call it Cap around the house.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And
So a Marvel in the kitchen and in the bed.
Well. Ooh la la.
It wasn't going to be chaotic.
Telling lies on yourself.
Yeah, no, I played myself.
setting yourself up to fail.
Truly. For real.
I'm wearing a black and gray a suit of powered armor with silver highlights modified for space travel with a I'm forgetting the name of the power source.
Oh,
The power source. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Hold, please.
With a glowing circular power source.
There you
right
go.
in the-
That's good enough.
Yes. I'm a black man, short hair, beard, and I have like almost like a perma frown that that I occasionally break with a smile.
And I start like unzipping the top of my suit and like wear it like a fly suit, like a jumpsuit, and I have like just my normal tee on now while we're talking, and I walk over to Orion.
I also remove my shoulder-mounted laser.
Yeah.
Hi. I almost died too.
So that's kind of why we're here.
You almost died medically or emotionally? Are you being bullied at school?
What kind of question is that?
Well, I want to know what he's saying. Does he mean that he almost fell off of a swing set, or is he being bullied at
Does it
school?
matter?
It does. It absolutely matters. If I need to talk to his teachers, I will do it right now.
I mean, that's what we were supposed to do, but that we kind of left Hyperion to do the job, which we are sorry, by the way. But you didn't even ask us how things are going out there. But that's not the most important part.
Wait, what's going on out
Well, it
there?
is pretty important, sweetie. I mean, we're fighting intergalactic creatures of menace. It's fairly.
And you're doing a great job. You are way more effective than I thought you were going to be, really and honestly. So.
Are you being facetious? Because
Yes.
if you're not, thank you. Thank you.
Well, I'm not being facetious. I mean, you are I'm being a little mean, but I'm saying you are actually way more effective than I thought you would be. I thought I was going to have to protect you more than I have to.
Well, I appreciate your protection. Coming from you, that's a giant compliment.
When you're a giant man that I love,
Let's take some time later on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted. You said you almost died?
All right, everyone sit. Family meeting. Sit down. I'd like to press.
Orion
like to
grabs
press
the
a
Baja
button.
Blast and it just chugs it to where it's like. Wait,
Oh my
now.
God! What? Why are you drinking that crap?
There's no nutritional value in that stuff. You know that, right?
Hyperion, you're letting him eat like this?
It makes
And
me feel
off of
better.
Hyperion's guilty look, we cut over to the San Diego Library, where 3 superheroes have just landed from flying over. And yes, you've gotten some looks, not because superheroes are rare in this world, but just because they actually don't. It seems like people are looking at you with confusion. Yeah.
Well, they wouldn't recognize us. We don't
Right.
look like anybody that they've seen before.
Right. Well, before we cause too much of a problem, let's go ahead. Do we have to speak to a person to use a library, or can we just do it?
I think we can just walk in and use a computer. And Electra will look at one of the people who's passing by that's staring at them, and she will go, "Would you like to keep your eyes?"
I'm sorry, what?
Electra.
What?
We don't have to threaten everybody.
The person runs away.
That was maybe a little over the top.
Staring is rude.
It is rude, but I mean, maybe cut them a little bit of slack. They probably don't see things like what we just did super often.
I just saw an alligator dressed as Loki.
Well,
know who
I
Loki
mean,
is.
Why are they staring at us? It makes me uncomfortable. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm used to being in the shadows. I'm not used to a lot of people looking at me. Usually it's the unseen thing is what I do. So,
well, I mean, at least you're nice to look at.
not
All
so.
right, let's go inside before anything else
Oh.
happens.
Okay, Aid Hastings. So you all are walking inside.
They have eyes. They can see. Electra's very pretty.
You all are walking into the library?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Yep. Looks like a pretty nice but standard public library. You do see a table that has 2 rows of computers kind of like back to back against each other with chairs on either side of the table. You see a reception desk or a checkout area on one side. You see an information desk on the other side. There's an elevator, and then before the elevator, some steps going kind of, going to the next level.
Well, let's just find a computer, I guess.
Is there like an information guide or any kind of like thing that says what's on what floor?
Oh, a guide like on the wall?
Yeah, like the floor levels usually kind of like saying what's on.
Yep, there is one near the stairs. And actually between the stairs and the elevator, there's one.
Yeah, Electra will check that out.
Okay. So are you looking for something in particular?
Probably the computers.
Is there like a computer lab or something like that?
There is the row of computers that's directly, like when you walked in, you saw one towards the back of everything. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll head in that direction.
Okay. Yeah, you head over. There are not too many people using the computers right now, so there are open stations.
Okay.
Are you all just sitting down at one computer or individually? Two? Okay, so there are 2 next to each other for sure that are open.
Okay. Eight'll take the other.
Okay.
They're computer savvy.
All right.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna start off by looking up Angela Winston.
Okay. So you Google the name Angela Winston and
Dr. Angela Winston.
okay, Dr. Angela Winston. And without even having to roll, Angela Winston is like a fairly, not popular name, but kind of a standard name, I guess you could say. Not a very unique name. So when you Google it, at first, Angela Winston comes up and a lot of them are there, but then you add doctor and that narrows the search by quite a lot. But it narrows it so much that all you're seeing is a Dr. Angela Winston, who is a physical therapist or an occupational therapist, I should say, and a professor at a university who's named Dr. Angela Winston.
What is she a professor of?
English Lit. And it's the University of Arizona.
Is there a picture of her?
Go ahead and roll. See if you can find a picture. This will be logic.
Oh, okay. And what's my difficulty going to be?
Difficulty, little bit. You are level 13, rank 13. I'll say 23.
That is a fantastic failure.
Oh, okay. So no pictures come up of either of those Dr. Angelas, but with the fantastic, you actually no, yeah. With the fantastic, I will give you this. You remember that you have the list of multiverses for the Butterfly Project. Was this one on the list?
It wasn't, so
Right.
far as I know.
Right. So that's your fantastic.
Okay. Well, if she is here, she's not doing the same thing here that we've noticed that she seems to have an affinity for doing in other places. There's a professor in Arizona who's a teacher of English literature, and then an occupational therapist who's a doctor, but I couldn't pull up any pictures.
You try searching the other name. What was it? Gabriel? No. Gladys? Whatever she was using in the Shadowy Universe.
Yeah, also, that's more of a good point that if she's not doing the same thing here, I think it's more imperative that we find her, considering the ones that seem to be a little bit more savory tend to get kidnapped.
You want to fly to Arizona?
I
Can't
mean,
you fly fast?
I mean, I could, but it would not be comfortable for you to. But I could stay in less than an hour.
I mean, I'm fairly strong and I could probably handle it. I can't speak for Electra.
I would probably get incredibly nauseous. You are correct. So I could either wait here and check out the other one, or we could check out that one first, and then you two can power your way over to the next state. It's your call, really.
I mean, this is an opportunity to divide and conquer. I think that you could probably handle an occupational therapist in case she decided she wanted to get rough with you.
Please don't stab anyone.
Yeah,
What on earth would make you think I would do that?
you did just ask somebody if they wanted to keep their eyes.
And I meant it.
Yeah, please don't stab anybody.
You have my word.
All right, well, we're ready.
Yep. Guess we're going on a bit of a field trip. When we're all done checking out our individual Winstons, why don't we meet back here, since it's a fairly central location?
That sounds good. Should we set a specific time in general to meet back here? And then that way, if anything goes wrong, one of us doesn't show up, we know to ring the alarm, so to speak.
Well, if it's going to take us at least an hour to get there and an hour to get back, let's give ourselves a 4-hour time limit.
And that sounds good to me.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
All right. So you all are heading in different directions, right? So Uznavi and Aid are heading to Arizona. And Electra, you are heading where?
Electra probably would have asked Aid to print up whatever that address was that was for the occupational therapist's office. And she will try and go there.
So, okay, yeah. You get the address, and it is in San Diego. And we will follow you first. You head back to the downtown area near where you all landed, and you find this the type of building that has like shops like that sells tchotchkes and stuff on the first level, and then the second level is other types of businesses like therapists and dental offices, law offices, things like that. And the listing next to the door lists all these different businesses, and one of them is Dr. Angela Winston, occupational therapist.
Yeah, I'll head up there.
Okay. You head up the stairs and you see a very like cozy looking office. The front area has like a reception desk and really a counter and a few comfy looking chairs with pictures of like seashells and sand on a beach, things like that. And then behind the reception area, which is just like this big open area, is kind of like a gym looking area where you see some occupational therapists working with people, some people like doing squats and some people kind of using those 2 bars to try to like practice using their legs again, things like that. And there is someone sitting behind or standing behind the counter at this moment.
When I can look back and I can see the other people back there, does any one of them look familiar to me?
No.
Then yeah, I will walk up to the person behind the counter and I will say, I have an appointment.
Oh, sure. What's your name?
Jane Smith.
Jane Smith. What time was your appointment?
Well, right about now.
Oh. 12:17?
It was like a half an hour ago, but I'm a little late. I apologize.
Oh, so maybe 11:45?
I believe, so, you know, I'm here for physical therapy, but I also took a pretty strong blow to the head as well. So.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. You know, I'm not seeing you here. Are you sure you came on the right day?
Ooh, that could also be a problem. Look, I just had actually some paperwork that I needed to, I guess, fill out from last time and drop off to Dr. Winston. So even if it's not today, since I'm already down here, and I will check my calendar again, can I just slip that to her real quick?
Oh, sure. Do you have the paperwork with you?
Yes, but I had a few questions as well. It shouldn't take more than like 5-10 minutes.
Got it. Jane Smith, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be right back. I'll go let Dr. Angela. I think she is not. Oh, she's actually with a patient right now, but I'll go ask her. And you see her walk back to one of the pairs, one of the like patient doctor pairs towards the back of the room. This person is kind of like sitting in a chair and like extending their feet to like practice using their knee. And Dr. Angela is kind of crouched down, kind of encouraging them. This Dr. Angela she seems probably in her 60s. She is a brown skinned woman and she has black curly hair that is about just past her shoulders.
Electra will try and sneak taking a couple of photos on her phone, and just kind of like holding it like she's looking at it and checking her calendar to make sure her appointment is at the right time. But she'll kind of guide it towards that direction and she'll send it to everybody if she can.
Okay. And when the front desk person gets back to her and kind of like you see them talking to each other, Dr. Angela looks over at you and yeah, she looks very confused and she says 1 second to her patient, walks back over to you with the reception and she says, "Hi, I'm so sorry. I don't think we have met."
Oh, it's damn head trauma. I just realized you're, and she points to like a nameplate, Dr. Angela Winston. I see a Dr. Angelica Winston. I am absolutely sorry.
Okay. Can we help you with anything else?
Maybe I am doing a little bit of some therapy. Can I just maybe take a walkthrough of your facility? Now that I'm here, this place is actually a little bit nicer than mine. I just thought you switched offices. Damn this TBI.
Oh goodness. You don't here, Jasmine, can you give her a little walkthrough and introduction to everything here? Absolutely, dear. And you take care, okay?
Thank you. Sorry again. Hopefully we'll work together in the future.
We'll be here. And she walks back over to her patient.
Electra will also kind of keep her eyes out to see if like anything in that office looks remotely like that symbol that she keeps seeing around Angela Winston everywhere.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll vigilance.
What is my target?
Target number will be 25.
8. Failure. Actually, wait. I have a thing that can let me re-roll one of those.
Okay. I'm actually going to give you an edge too, so you have double edge on this now.
Excellent. Okay, so I will re-roll 1d6. That did not help. And yeah, I got the exact same roll.
Okay. Then no, you don't notice anything that kind of harkens back to the Butterfly Project or the other Angeles that you have met.
So I guess after Electra takes a little bit of a walk through there, she will head down to like the parking lot area, and she's gonna stealth, and she's gonna wait for this doctor to leave, and she's gonna follow her when she does.
Okay. All right. Well, while you're waiting out there, we are going to cut over to Aid and Usnavi. So you're flying to Arizona. Do you have any idea of how long that might take with your very fast self?
Between 14 minutes and
Wow.
more than that, depending on how much gravity Captain America can handle.
Maybe like 20 minutes then.
Yeah, I don't go full speed because as far I don't think that my Captain America will fly apart at the seams, but you know, it's their first time. Be gentle with them.
Hey, should I have you roll a resilience roll, Captain America?
Yeah, let's freaking do it. Let's do it.
All right. Let's go up against, Usnavi's agility, which is, I know is high. But I feel like
God.
The defense score is 32.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. I don't even know if I can make this.
How about this? If you use your shield against the pressure of the air, I'll give you double edge on this.
Okay, I once killed somebody being Jean Grey. I think I killed Ryan Seacrest by like taking them up into the air and forgetting.
So yeah, that's a failure, but I have double edge, so I'm just gonna re-roll these.
I see your top speed you put in chat, Usnavi, and I feel like you're like jumbo jet speed, right? Isn't that like how fast airplanes go?
Yeah, I think it's normal airplane speed, not full jet speeds, but normal airplanes. Yeah.
Yeah, that was literally only one more, so I failed that for sure by quite a bit.
Oh dear. So you start off on this flight going very fast, and Aid, you start to feel, even with your vibranium shield protecting you from the onslaught of that air, fast moving air, you cannot withstand this speed.
We gotta slow down, Usnavi. This is too much for me.
All right, and he will probably go down to like 150 miles per hour. It shouldn't be too bad.
Much more reasonable.
Like halfway there now, anyway. It's fine.
So let's say that takes 14. That takes probably like an hour and 15 minutes now to get there. It adds about an hour of travel time. Not too bad. That actually literally is like a flight from San Diego to Tucson I think it is probably like an hour and a half or 2 hours or something. So that makes sense.
Reasonable.
All right. So an hour and 15 minutes later, you both land on the campus of the University of Tucson, outside of the literature building.
Do you
Okay.
need a moment before we go in?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Are you though?
I'm totally okay. Yeah. Just need to take a couple breaths. Maybe some water. Maybe I put my head between my knees. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'll be okay.
Usnavi is gonna stay near Captain America so they don't fall over.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna go on inside. You should probably do the talking. I'm much more shining light than people person.
You don't say.
Okay.
I'm gonna choose that's a compliment.
So you enter this academic building and you see several different doors on either side of the hallway. Most of them are closed. And are you going to look into what would you like to do? What's that?
Is there a front desk, like a reception desk in the
Doesn't
lobby?
seem to be. Doesn't seem to be.
Okay, then I will see if there are any like placards next to the door with like the names of like either what the classroom is or if it's an office.
Yeah. So you walk down the hall and you can see that these are mostly lecture halls. And they do have their own names like 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B, etc. Again, most of the doors are closed. And when you pass by and you can see in the glass windows, there are lectures going on, classes and lectures. Some of them are really big lectures and some of them are smaller class sizes, like 20 students and one or two professor looking people in the front.
Okay. Do I see anyone who looks immediately familiar or who could be a possible Angela Winston in any of the classrooms?
You don't.
Okay. Then I suppose I will see if there's some sort of map of the building, similarly to how we did with the library. If there's like a place where there are offices in this building, for example.
Yeah. So as you walk down this hallway deeper into the building, you get to an area that's kind of like where the two wings of the building meet. So on the other side of this area is another wing of possibly lecture halls or classrooms or something. But in this center area, you see an elevator on your left and on the right, a staircase that goes up and then one side of it going down to the next level. And that's where, yes, you do see between the two elevators on the wall mounted a listing of what the floors are. So there's the basement level that has carols, like study carols for students. There's the level you're on, first level, lecture halls and small classrooms. And then the top level, third level, that has offices. And they have like different faculty listed. And you do see a Dr. Angela Winston listed on that.
Okay. Looks like we're headed upstairs.
You want to take the stairs? That could fly us up.
We don't, it's literally. Do you know how your feet work?
I do. I also know that flying is faster.
There's no need. We're literally inside the building. It's one floor up. It's not going to kill you to walk, man.
There's very little need for anything I do, but all right.
Okay. So you're walking up the stairs.
Yeah, we're taking the stairs.
All right. You get to the third level. And you find the door that is marked Dr. Angela Winston. And the door is closed. And there is a window, but there's a little shade drawn, a green shade drawn down.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. Woo. Does there appear to be anybody inside the office?
It's daylight, so it's hard to tell if that's just like light coming in from a window inside or if there's lamps on or something. So you're not quite sure. With the door closed, it's hard to tell.
I'll give a little knock then.
Okay. Knock, knock, knock. And someone comes to the door, peeks out, and then opens it. Hey, so office hours aren't for another hour and a half. Do you mind coming back then?
Are you Dr. Angela Winston?
You see a woman who is quite short, like 5 feet tall, brownish, reddish, like dyed dark red, curly hair, headed bob. She's like 27 years old. She seems like a really hip, young professor. She also seems to be like South Asian, perhaps. And she's wearing like round glasses. And she says, I am Dr. Angela Winston. And she points to the door cheekily.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Well, I apologize for disturbing you. I just, I'd heard great things about your English lecture and was curious about meeting the cool professor all of the students were talking about.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, thank you very much for that.
I also was curious to know, like, have you had any other people come by recently wanting to know more about the program or about you specifically?
Do you mean like the interviews that I've been doing, or?
Well, yeah. What kind of interviews have you been doing? I'm a little bit concerned that, you know, some journalist is trying to scoop me and, you know, can't have that.
So you're a journalist.
Well, I mean, why else would I be here?
She looks at your outfit. Maybe you're a Captain America fan?
Oh, right. I was spending
Very patriotic.
Well, I mean, I don't always dress like this. I just happened to be on my way from someplace else. Thought I would swing by. I didn't have time to change. So.
Okay, so you're a journalist who cosplays and loves Captain America. I'm sorry, I don't know anything about superheroes. But okay, yeah, I guess I could spare a few minutes, but I'm sorry, but you really should have made an appointment. You just seem really nice, so just come on in for a second.
Yeah, I'm sorry to disrupt your day. This really shouldn't take long.
Okay, she ushers you both in, and she looks at your outfit, Usnavi. Is that one too a superhero cosplay? I really don't.
Just an orange and black jacket and black jeans.
Oh, okay. And she sits down at her desk and kind of, there's 2 chairs there for you if you would like to sit. And she says, okay, so who are you with? Who are you writing for?
Oh, I work for the New York Times.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. You definitely should have made an appointment. I'm not just going to impromptu give a New York Times interview right now. And what is this even for? Is this like a spotlight on me? Is it are you asking my expert opinion on English lit matters?
Well, yes, we're doing a large piece about the evolution of English literature, especially with regards to American history. We're looking for people who have expertise in that.
Okay. So what kind of, are you looking for, like a soundbite or?
Well, why don't we start by asking a question that I don't think that people ask in interviews often. What is something that you wish people would ask you about English literature that people don't generally ask?
Okay. I think one thing people don't think about with English literature is, you know, it's okay to re-examine the classics. And it's okay to find that they don't serve you anymore. But there's still a lot of value in revisiting those. And she just kind of starts academicizing out a sound bite for you about the topic. And when she's done, she says, "Is that enough? Is that good?"
And that was great. I can understand.
Write it down or anything. Do you need to like take notes?
My partner here has like a perfect eidetic memory. So we don't really do notes.
Okay.
While she's talking, can I look around and see if there's any symbols that we'd recognize, such as the circle with the a butterfly in it or bird in it?
Yeah,
Those
roll
things.
Yeah.
Cool. You know, I might use roll 20 this time.
Oh, good luck.
What's the target number?
Okay, target number is 23.
Yeah, you guys, I play a Captain America who lies.
And curse.
Fantastic success.
Oh,
29.
amazing. Okay, so,
Captain America and his hailed Hydra got nothing on me.
do you have the eidetic memory trait, Usnavi? Do either of you have that?
No, that was 100% me pulling that out of my ass.
It's okay. I just was wondering because it could serve you in this moment if you did.
Have situational awareness.
Okay.
With the
So do
good
I.
notes.
Okay. So with that, you said it was an ultimate fantastic success?
No, just the regular fantastic success.
All right, still very good. So with that fantastic success, no, you don't see anything that looks like that circle with the butterfly or bird or anything similar to that in this room or on her person. The fantastic part, I'll tell you, is that I'm trying to remember who was there for what though. Okay. You're remembering something. This is kind of a big thing. Something clicks for you, Usnavi. When looking around this room, it's very like, yes, it doesn't look at all like there's nothing harkening back to the other Dr. Angeles you've seen. But there's also a different vibe in here. It feels lighter. And there's specifically an energy residue that Elektra told you about and Yamaya told you about when they were in the Marvel Noir. They found a residue of energy and they felt that it was a portal residue. Wherever you've been that you know that certain Angelas have been, you realize that you have felt that type of, it's kind of like a heavy feeling it causes in you, and you don't feel that here.
I don't feel that here.
Right.
Have I felt it in this universe at all?
Not in this universe, but I'll tell you this, I'm giving you a lot, but I think it's kind of important that you realize this at this point, because when you were in the building, the Argensis building, in that office, you're starting to realize you felt it then a lot. It was very strong there. Yeah. You were in that meeting, right? You were,
Mhm.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, we should probably leave soon, right? Yeah, probably have a few other
I
places to stop.
think we've got everything that we need, Dr. Winston. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Okay. When can I expect to see this? And she's checking her watch as she's talking to you. When can I expect to see this in print?
Hopefully soon. Obviously, we've got to get the copy to the editor and get that all checked through, but hopefully soon. Obviously, we know how to get a hold of you if we need you. We'll call down and let you know when that happens.
Do you have a card?
I unfortunately do not have a card in this. Don't exactly know where I would put it. But feel free to yeah, reach out to the Times if you have any questions.
Okay, great. Great. Oh, it was nice to meet you. Oh, I didn't catch your names.
Oh, my name is Aid Hastings.
Okay,
Usnavi da Costa.
wonderful. All right, great to meet you. Have fun at your convention thing.
Oh, right. Yeah. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
All right,
All right.
take care. And she closes the door. And with that, we will pause for a break. And when we come back, we will have a family meeting.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hi, and we are now back for the second half of Marvel's new Vanguard. So with that, Aliza, take it away.
We come back to the San Diego apartment of the Danvers Rhodeses. Seated around the coffee table in the living room are Hyperion, Orion, Carol, and James. And I'll let you tell me how the three of you are sitting. I want to actually get a visual of the body language in the room right now. We are just a few minutes into the family meeting. What do you all look like? How you doing?
I'm still standing.
I'm exactly as you see me right now. I'm just like trying to listen. I'm tired.
Mm-hmm. You have your hands kind of cradling your face a little bit.
I sure do. Yeah, like it's just sitting against my face, just
Okay.
trying to focus all my energy on just listening to everybody instead of taking in other stimuli.
Okay. Yeah. How about you, Pops?
I've changed into sweatpants and slippers.
With the socks? With the black socks?
No socks. No socks. It is San Diego. But I do have the white t-shirt on. I'm still standing up, kind of pacing around a little bit, kind of like, stroking the beard, like so.
Mm-hmm. Orion, how about you?
I think Orion, they're kind of like hunched over. They're fidgeting with their hands a bit, just wrapping in between their fingers. And they're constantly looking at the Baja Blast that's like right next to them. It's like halfway full. Just because it's almost like a comfort drink now to kind of like iron out nervous kicks. And they're looking at it, but then they know what's going to happen if they drink it, so they go back to playing with their fingers to use that to kind of keep themselves occupied as they try to speak. And so they kind of like, first they do is they're going to look down. Yeah, but that's what they look like.
I have a question for those of us, because I'm one of them, who does not know what a Baja Blast is. Can you describe that?
So it's a Mountain Dew Baja Blast that was used to only be available only at Taco Bell, and it became so popular that people would just go to Taco Bell just to get the Baja Blast. And then I think about like, I would say like a year or so, no, it was before COVID, they just started to release it in like a can form. So therefore, you could be able to to be able to drink it on its own. So of course,
so it's a can of Mountain Dew, a special Mountain Dew.
A special Mountain Dew. It's still a limited edition. You could barely still be able to find it. You mostly can only find like the green and red ones. But when the Baja Blast comes out, people just yoink it and take it because they don't know when they're going to see another copy of it again.
Wait, what color is it? Is it not green?
Oh no, it's blue. It's like a light blue.
What?
Yeah.
Wow, this is blowing my mind.
Yeah.
So much about
I disapprove of everything that I'm hearing right now. Drink water.
Yeah,
Drink water, everyone.
It's a trash drink that's so good.
It's so good. Like, so Mountain Dew used to be my favorite. The Code Red came out. The Code Red and Mountain Dew was like tied. And then the Baja Blast came out and just blew both of them past.
It's just going to keep coming out with different colors of Mountain Dew.
Baja Blast really takes the cake.
Yeah,
to be
it
fair.
takes the
It really
cake.
does take the cake.
And like, again, people were literally going to Taco Bell just for the Baja Blast.
It might as well not be Mountain Dew now. It may as well be Baja Blast. And that's what we're saying to each other as a family. Listen, they should just rebrand totally because so your husband, my father, your father and I, your
We-
father and
We
Have-
are, well,
we're a united front. And I look over to,
go on.
and we, whether or not Code Red is your favorite, or it shouldn't be Baja Blast or not, it's not healthy.
It will ruin your teeth.
Your teeth don't look great, to be honest.
There have been studies shown that drinking these types of drinks leads to mental impairment in later age. You don't want that.
Do you know the kind of governmental secrets your father knows? Do you know that how I know things about I know about the universe is intrinsically? I would feel like you couldn't even I'm sorry, I forget that you're not super.
I don't see how you're going to win the Nobel Prize in chemistry if your brain is addled by drinking Baja Blast all day long. That's all we're saying.
So
A lot of pressure there, Dad. You
I'll
hear
be-
Hyperion mutter.
I'll be honest, I only understood like 35% of what you just said, but it's not with due to the Baja Blast. You all are just using really big words. Remember, I mean, I know I look a bit different now, right? Can you all
Son-
tell the difference from when y'all first last see me?
Son, you are incredibly intelligent, and I would appreciate you not playing dumb in front of me and your mom. We know exactly how intelligent you are.
He's got a great point, honey. We speak to you at the level that you deserve to be spoken to, and you're trying to get out of having a problem and literally skipping out on your sister by pretending that you're younger than you are, that you're mentally less mature than you are.
Mm-hmm. Who won the math decathlon in the 3rd grade? That was you.
Who saved a cat from the burning simulated fire? You did.
Who found their way out of the security matrix that I explicitly told you to stay indoors with? You did that.
Who figured out the entire plot of Matrix 1, 2, and 3 in the first act of the first movie?
Exactly. It wasn't foreshadowed at all. My proudest moment. Well, not my proudest, but I was very proud of you.
I mean, you were really proud when you got the Purple Heart. I was pretty amazed too.
True. Good
It's
point.
really
It
sexy.
hurt, but I was proud.
I mean,
Fair enough.
Hyperion, was it this hard when I feel like you were so much easier than this. You didn't run away and run off.
Well, speak for yourself. I had a bit of a tumultuous childhood. But you know
Well,
what
I'm
I mean?
not talking about you. I'm talking about my daughter.
Oh,
Do you need time and attention right now?
Not at all. I'm just trying to support you conversationally, honey. You know what? We're spending far too much issue on our own back and forth. We'd like to know what you've been up to in the last year.
Why did you run away? Where did you go? What's going on?
I didn't run away. I almost died.
We'd like to hear more about that.
Because all we got was basically an SOS. Because it's not like a 100-page essay can get to us from all the way out where we were. Your sister was scared. She's not to contact us.
An intergalactic SOS is no laughing matter, son.
Yep,
Do you think Thor would get an intergalactic SOS? I shouldn't have brought him up. I'm sorry, honey. Every time I do that, it's so uncomfortable.
You know what? He's a god. He's a god. I've made my peace with it. But
I thought you were talking about me because that's my dead dad. But whatever.
Well, I'm not slandering the man. I'm just saying I understand. But if he gets an intergalactic SOS, that's
a big deal. It's a big deal.
The Avengers would assemble it for something like that, right?
So, well, first, Hyperion knows it wasn't running away. There was a crystal that came by right next to the school.
Hyperion, you have some information for us?
Yes.
Oh,
So
it's not on her. I can explain, but she can talk if she wants.
no, I mean, yeah, the crystal thing. It seems to be under control. It's just sitting there now. I don't know. Some bugs came out of it, and they're all gone. Young
You just got-
Avengers and I took care of them.
The Avengers were involved?
Yeah, Young Avengers mostly.
Oh my God.
Because the rest of you all have been off world for a while.
Again, we're not apologizing for trying to save the entirety. There's convergences happening, and now there's the whole right, honey.
Yes. Supervillains appear in many forms all over the galaxy.
Deviants. Well, things you don't even know about.
I'm thankful for you, Hyperion, for protecting our son during what was clearly an emergency. I'm glad nothing happened, that no one was hurt. You must be scared by all this superhero talk, son. How did you handle it?
How did you survive?
How exactly?
Well, okay.
This is so frustrating.
Use your words, son.
You do have a very high vocabulary.
Exactly.
Hyperion comes over and sits down next to you, Orion, casually.
Okay, one, I feel like you thought think much more highly of me than what I actually am. I'm just a kid that likes to play Twitch and draw and do other things. I mean, I'm the only one that's completely normal. Well, I was. No. Anyway, so I think there's a lot you all need to understand about us. And for one, I'm not just your son anymore. I go by he, they.
Okay.
Great. Got it. Thank you for letting us know.
Yes. We're happy that you could feel comfortable confiding in us in that sense.
And again, that's too much information to put in an intergalactic message, but I'm glad that we have it now, you know.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
but we have to rewind. Why do you think you're so much less than what you really are? Where did this come from?
Have we been giving that message?
As kids in school, Hyperion, is this something you've seen? This esteem issue?
Are you being bullied?
Well, I mean, you're surrounded by people who are just filled with greatness. Like, I was just telling Hyperion before we got home, like Hyperion just had a feature on her on TV where they was talking about like how she was going to be like the next big thing, and how she was going to join the Avengers, and how she was going to be something super special. You know, she's like the rising star. And then you two are already like again like off saving galaxies and doing things with like the deviants and celestials and stuff. So that kind of, you know, you all are already doing so much, and I'm just normal me.
Do you know how jealous I am of you? If I wasn't super, I'd be thrilled. You have an opportunity of making your own life for yourself.
I feel like you're holding something back from us.
James.
And remember what we talked about in a family: we love each other, we support each other, and we trust each other with the truth.
And we accept you for whomever you are, James.
Mm-hmm.
Don't push them.
Well, is it not true?
Of course, I'm getting the entire sense that they're holding back, but it's pushing it out of them isn't going to help.
Hyperion at this point gets up off the couch and just, oh God, walks to the far wall behind the couch and just leans on it, rubbing her eyes.
Something to say, honey?
No, I have nothing to say. And she looks at Orion pointedly and then starts rubbing her eyes again and her temple.
Are you mad at us for leaving for so long too? I mean, I can admit that we were gone for quite a long time.
No, it's not that, Mom. It's just, no, I understand you all are fighting a war really far and trying to make sure it doesn't come to this planet. So I get it. I do. And you know what? Aunt Monica has been by still, and she comes and visits us when she's back on Earth.
God, I didn't even think about the impact on Monica. I am such...
Well, she had to leave too because probably the same war you're fighting, but on a different planet. Everyone's getting called away for this war.
Young lady, is Orion in danger? Is he in danger, or has he ever been in danger?
They? Yeah, we got it. We're there.
I apologize.
No, you got it.
Have they been in danger?
Rhodey, roll ego. And the target number will be...
See if I know how to do this correctly.
Target number is 18.
On. Success.
Okay. So Hyperion may not be your genetic daughter, but you're her stepdad and you've raised her since she was about 9 years old. And she's 20 now. So you know her very well. And when you ask if your son is in danger, you can see that she doesn't want to say that the answer is possibly yes. She doesn't answer, but you pretty much have your answer by the look on her face.
Okay. I look at Carol. Are you seeing this?
Yes. Son, we can't
Someone needs to start telling the truth.
help you if you don't tell us what's going on. And we want to help you.
Okay. So there's something that happened while you all were gone. It happened when I was like asleep. You know what? It'd probably be easier just to show you. And you see them kind of like push back their seat as they kind of like look at their hands. Their hands now shaking, perhaps because of the Mountain Dew caffeine rush, maybe because it's the nerves. But they're looking at their hands, looking around, and their eyes are just staring at the ground. And as this stares, you just see this purple essence starts to wrap around them, slowly flowing from the ground and just wrapping around like a cocoon, almost like a protection cocoon from you all. And as it does so, you see like the ground start to splinter and shift and shake as the crater starts to wave underneath their feet, and their body starts to grow from 4 feet to 5 feet to 6 feet. And standing before you is this massive 7'2" individual, white cloak, white on one side, purple on the other. Blue essence matches with greens, not greens, there is some greens, there's some purples as well. Bright blue lights. They look like the manifestation of space in a body figure. And they look at you all and says, I'm not normal anymore.
There we are. I knew something special was happening.
You did? You knew this. This was, you understood this.
No. Obviously, I couldn't have guessed this, but I mean,
This is a positive thing to you? You think this is something to laugh about? This is you. Who would have given them the genes to do this? You are not a superhero. This is not anything that I am like. Well, where would this occur? You think this is a natural thing that would just happen to somebody?
Let's not decide whether it's a positive or negative before we've heard all the benefits.
Do you know what we're fighting in the universe?
He survived a battle with space bugs.
Maybe
Sorry.
just let it. Maybe
Survived a battle with space bugs. If not for this form, our son might not be alive right now.
To what end? To literally what end? We have no.
Well, he's not going to be bullied anymore. Sorry. They're not going to be bullied anymore, right?
Well, I don't really show this to anyone else. Only one who knows before this was Monica and just recently Hyperion. But
No one else?
I
And
was
wait.
keeping.
Didn't your friend, the one you said
Oh, and
was dead and now isn't dead?
I'm sorry. What? Who?
Yeah, we should
They were
probably
dead?
tell her mom.
Oh yeah.
So do you
Hyperion,
know-
should I be upset with you?
Oh,
Because honestly, I'm thinking as the oldest person in this situation who had control, I can't blame Monica. I can't blame a
No.
10 then to 12-year-old person wanting to have powers. You think that this is actually a thing that's supposed to be happening. That's your judgment call that you made.
You can blame me. I kept her out of the loop until just a couple weeks ago.
Why
Raise the
didn't
question.
you? Why didn't you have us come here sooner when you found out?
Are you me?
Yes, you.
They went missing and I SOS'd you.
And when did you find out that they have purple
After.
superpowers?
You were already on your way here when I found that out.
All right.
Just a moment then, Orion. You disappeared. Were you? Have you been superheroing? Is that what you've been doing?
Oh boy.
Uh,
Sorry, Orion. I didn't mean to let that slip.
No, it's fine. They already were asking about it. So, yeah, I had to figure out what was going on with these crystals because they're attacking all these multiverses, not just ours.
Yeah, you saw the crystal when you flew. Did you see the crystal when you flew in? It's
Oh.
really big and it's cutting across the planet, like through New York City.
Yes.
Yes.
You have been multiversal superheroing in our absence. Do I understand that correctly? Not street level crimes, not getting cats out of trees, but you've been multiversal superheroing.
Yes.
You're grounded. You're grounded. You're grounded.
Until-
That's all I can. That's it. Get in your room. Go in your room. We have to talk.
We need to talk. We have.
You change the form.
Okay.
And you see them just starts to like shift back as the as the purple energy still wraps around them. However, you notice that the purple energy still stays out a bit longer than normal, and it wraps around them. And even though they're at their normal form, the energy still envelopes them like a cocoon. And even Orion is kind of confused about this. They're kind of like, "Oh, it's not going away."
a couple of questions, little one. When you transform, does it hurt?
No, not really, but it normally goes away when I change back.
Orion.
He pulls out like an energy reading thing, and he starts taking readings. And how exactly do you trigger this change?
Oh, it's the voice. She helps me do it.
And
Voice?
There's a voice.
Speaking of which, the voice is talking to you again, Orion. It's been silent this whole time, but you hear inside you, tell them you're saving the galaxies and the multiverse. They're taking this way too seriously. You are a hero. They should respect you.
I'll try. They say inside and outside. It says, so the voice says, I am saving the galaxies, the multiverses.
This is what you're encouraging. This is what you said is a good thing. You got excited and laughed like you were a proud father. There's a voice talking in his head.
I will tell you, when I was younger, I had a voice in my head too, and it was actually the artificial intelligence inside Tony Stark's suit that nearly drove me insane. So it's not always a good idea to trust voices that pop up in your head.
Elective. That was an elective decision. Now they're being completely taken over. Oh, right. You are special whether you have powers or not. We love you whether you are special or not. You are special
Absolutely.
to us.
Absolutely. But,
But
you're definitely going to get some training. You are definitely getting some training. I will tell you that.
They need to be examined immediately. If only Tony was here.
A couple of more questions. Is this change supernatural in nature? Is it magic? Is it multiversal energy?
This is what you're worried about.
Well, aren't you? Are you not worried about
The
this?
voice in our child's head, James.
Oh,
A voice in our child, a remnant purple smoke, James. They're being possessed.
This could be magic. It could be dark magic. It could be all sorts of
bad.
things.
No, it's not dark magic. It's the same people that was asking you to help. It's the Celestials.
So Orion, if you resist this, I'm gonna have you roll, or I'm gonna roll against you for this. But the alien wants to take over.
Okay.
Can you resist it?
No, because they're confused about all of this. More so, they don't really know how to handle this situation because everything is so overwhelming. So they're going to in a funny way. Let Jesus take the wheel.
Okay. So
Divinity is that meme of that boy that like does a little peace sign and starts to fade
Yeah.
away.
fade away.
Could be one of my favorite memes of all time.
So in the midst of this conversation, your parents bickering back and forth about what you are and who you are and what this means. Yeah, you kind of throw the deuces up mentally and you let the alien take over. And before you, the three of you, Hyperion, James, and Carol, you see your 7-foot tall superhero version of your child turn from a purple clad, caped, masked superhero. That purple and white kind of swirls together and kind of pulls into a blob of energy and then pulls back out into a multi-tentacled, one large-eyed alien. And the eye kind of blinks at you all and looks at Hyperion and looks at the two of you and says, and by the way, Orion, you can hear and feel this presence. You're still here. And you can still talk to it too. The voice, it sounds kind of like meek and gentle and a little quirky in your head. It sounds totally different out loud once it takes body. And it says, I am Galactor. I am the alien force that has given your child powers. I sense great potential in them. They are destined to save my planet and my people. But they must first go through many trials on this Earth and many other Earths to prove their worth.
Did you ask consent before taking over the body of our child?
If they did not consent, I would have been rejected immediately. If they want me to leave, I will.
So you took over the body of a 10-year-old child and sent them into harm's way, possibly to face death for what?
Because
feeling
it
a little-
is fated.
Fated. We make our own fate. Can I shoot like a spark, something at it? I want to shoot like an energy wave at it, see if I can dissipate it.
Absolutely.
Or like kind of get a sense. I want to kind of literally do a vibe check on it.
Yeah, so this is going to use Orion stats because this is still Orion, just a different presentation of them.
Okay.
I
I don't want to hurt my.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
Yeah,
I
you
definitely
don't
want to hurt my child.
So you're trying to shoot a shock of energy.
Yeah. I kind of want to see if I can get a vibe of like what the frequency is of this, what kind of energy it works off of.
All right. The defense is pretty high.
Okay.
36.
And I'm using what?
I believe agility is what you use for your energy powers. So you'll do an agility attack. Target number is 36. Take a look at, you have multiple energy. Yeah, we looked through, like you have lots of different possibilities. So
Well, and that was what I was thinking was this is,
Woo!
I
What
mean, that's
makes
a
it-
fantastic
it's a
success.
fa-
I'm
yeah.
just going to say. The energy wave was what I was referring to.
Oh, okay.
The character makes a ranged attack. It's an attack, but inflicts physical energy damage. If the attack is a fantastic success, the enemy takes double that total damage and is blind, dazzled until. So I've dazzled them.
did
'Cause I
you?
got a fantastic success.
Oh, you did.
Mm.
What did you roll?
A
Your
41.
number. Wow. Okay, the only one who could take you down is your mama, apparently.
I mean, well, it's Captain, but yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Okay, so Carol, describe to me what this looks like and then how it affects the alien.
Right. I think I know the energy frequency of my child, so I'm shielding them from that. But I shoot like a wave of energy at, and you say like it coalesced into a blob?
Yeah, it kind of like, it was divinity and then it like pulled into like this orb, like a oblong orb of purple and white energy, and then it came back out as the tentacled alien.
Great. I kind of want to sustain it in that oblong with the wave
So you're trying to like make it go back into its medium state.
so that we can like so that I can kind of get a vibe of it and like and I like the idea of it. If it's dazzled, I might get to actually like figure out. I don't know. I know that I can't like telepathically understand it, but like, do I have an energy signature? Do I have an idea of where they come from? Is it a bad vibe, etc.?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you do that. And the tentacles and the eye kind of retract back into that orb, that elongated orb blob of energy. And you don't see either the alien form or divinity form right now.
I think we should call Professor Xavier.
I'm not going to disagree with you in front of our children. I think we need to figure out why and how.
That's exactly what I mean. He's too young to drink. He's too young to drive. He's definitely too young to face intergalactic villains across the multiverse.
I'm not disagreeing with you, James.
Araya's going to see if they can knock and see if they can speak to the orb.
You can speak to it, yeah. And what you're experiencing right now, Orion, is you are floating in like a purple egg-shaped void of energy. That's
so we don't see our child right now.
No. It's in this. You kind of stunned it, so it's kind of retracted back into this purple energy form. But inside of that, Orion, yeah, you feel like you are in this purple egg of swirling energy, and you see the alien. I'm not sure you ever have seen this alien, right?
Just
yeah.
Oh wow! But this is what you look like.
Yeah.
God.
I didn't want to scare you. I know a lot of humans don't find this appearance to be very nice. I change my voice when I'm in your head too, so as not to freak you out.
Oh. Well, I mean, you helped me become what I am, so I don't mind.
Well, your parents don't like me at all.
Why don't you just tell her what the mission was? Because we're all on the same side. Like because I remember you telling me, you were saying that you merged with me, so therefore we could evolve and get stronger. Then we fight the deviants together. So right, because the Celestials made you. So if you just tell them that, they will be okay with it because they're doing the same thing. It seems like, because she just, Mom just said that they're fighting the deviants right now. So
I think you should tell them. They don't trust me.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay, I'm gonna go away now. You take over.
Okay. And I guess you see Orion in front of you, like, oh wow, that was the first.
What was that? What just your eyes just glazed over?
So that is the one who gave me my powers. So they come from the Celestials. For what she told me, we were supposed to evolve because the Celestials' first creation couldn't evolve. They were called Eternals. I think they're called the Eternals. They've kind of been stuck right now in their fight against the deviants, and the deviants just been getting stronger over time. So the Celestials made this alien who we can now evolve and get stronger. So therefore we could, I guess, take the fight back against the deviants. And so that's us. And she chose me. So I'm divinity.
I'm questioning if we're just going to entertain that this is true and that it's not an evil being. I still question the lucidity of mind to choose a 10-year-old.
Carol, make a roll. Make a, let's see. I think it's, here's the options. Here's what I'm thinking. Because you've been out fighting this war, and it sounds like you have a shared mission with this alien,
right,
even though they've gone about it a totally different way and they're a totally different species.
Right.
And you don't recognize the species. So you can either do a logic roll to see if maybe you do recognize some of what they're saying, like, oh, maybe I've heard of this other fight that's happening, or an ego roll to see if you can trust this entity.
Yeah, I think I'd rather do ego roll. That feels
okay.
Good. That's actually, yeah, both are bad.
Okay. So the target is going to be 25.
Oh God. Yeah, that's a failure.
You hear what your child is saying. You know how smart they are and how capable they are, but you just cannot shake the feeling that no, this is wrong.
Yeah. I am going to. Is there a world where I can like take this energy?
You can certainly try.
I am going to without making that.
All right. So let's see what how would you like to try to do this? Is this like an energy thing?
So I still have it sort of, I like to think in stasis with the dazzle, like the physical representation of it, right? With the energy wave, because I had that fantastic.
So
success.
it's not dazzled anymore because Orion took over. It's
Gotcha.
all one entity with Orion now. So when Orion is here, it's not here, and when it's here, Orion is not here.
So I have a something I can do, the energy absorption. The character can take any energy damage done to them. Before applying any damage resistance, ignore it and add that number to their focus. So is there a way where I can like take the energy of the alien and like...
Doesn't quite work that way for that power.
Okay, then I'm going to appeal to the alien just like as a person.
Okay.
I'm like, alien, come out. Come out. Whoever you are.
Orion, what do you do? Do you let it out? Do you tell it to come out? You're the face right now, so it's up to you.
But she said you all don't like her, so she wanted me to take over.
She's going to have to, if she wants to hang out with you, she has to meet the parents.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We wouldn't let you hang out with some random teenager, much less an extraterrestrial alien whose motives are, frankly, unclear.
You've never even been on a sleepover, Orion.
You're drinking Baja Blast all day long, and we're meant to just trust your judgment with this alien who could be from who knows what.
We will ground you at Dr. Xavier's and make you a flight risk, or we will talk to your friend now.
Do you know how many people thought that Thanos was a reasonable guy? You know how many people were like, oh no, he's got some good ideas.
Wait,
That's a great argument, honey.
Who's Thanos?
You're proving my point. There's
what a
so
great
much
argument.
It is a dangerous universe. Universes.
I'm strong now.
There are many people who are strong in the universe.
Bring your friend out now.
Okay. I guess it's your turn now. And then they'll let her take the wheel.
So that purple essence comes back now and it goes straight to the alien form.
Come here.
You see it kind of waddle over to you.
No. I'm talking come here.
What?
Come inside to
What?
me. I
Honey,
want
are
to
you
know
sure
what
about
you're
this?
doing to my son.
Are you sure about this, honey?
Yes, I can handle it.
I do not know what you are asking me.
Whatever you are doing to possess them, possess me. I consent.
I am bonded to this person now. I cannot just leave.
For the rest of their life?
Again, if they reject me, I will leave.
Do you know what love is?
You see the eye blink a couple times. I believe humans use that term to mean caring for other people.
Have you ever cared for a creature that couldn't defend itself?
Yes. I have a whole planet of them back home. That is why I'm here, to give us a chance.
And how would you feel if a strange being took over one of those creatures that you were tasked with defending and lied to it and controlled its body?
I have not ever lied to this child.
But it's a child. You would let one of your younglings do this kind of work that you're asking them to do?
Both of you
Take them off
roll
to war?
ego persuasion and check to see if you have any anything that helps with that role.
Yeah.
How do I do ego persuasion as a
Oh, yeah. It's just ego. I'm specifically saying it's a persuasion check, but you will still just roll your ego, the red column on the left next to your ego number.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna look real quickly. Let's see.
I have an edge on this
Yes. Okay. So you will get one die to reroll.
if I need it, right? Or do I have to do it?
Yeah, you don't have to use it if you don't need it. And then War Machine. Do you have anything for this? No, I don't think so.
And what is the? What am I rolling?
Target is. It's all again. It's going to be Orion's numbers because this is bonded with Orion. So Orion, what is your ego defense?
21.
Okay, 21 is the target number.
21, you said?
Oh shit! I got a fantastic success.
You both succeeded. So Mama got a fantastic success, and Papa got a regular success. Okay. So yeah, it blinks and it says, "Yes, I understand, and I would feel very similarly to you if one day when I grew up and became mature enough to have children, if my child was taken over by a strange being."
How old are you?
Are a child as well?
I only came into existence 3 turns of the moon of my planet ago.
Oh no. Oh. A preschooler from another planet has taken over our child and has recruited them into some sort of intergalactic war.
This is our fault. It's because we were gone, James.
We were gone too long.
We were gone too long. We couldn't trust Hyperion to keep them
Clearly.
safe.
Oh,
If it makes you feel any better, we mature very soon, although I cannot have children for a long time. But
like how long?
I believe it would be centuries for humans. But I took a, what do they call it in human? A test for my potential. They give that to all babies on my world. And I scored the highest, which is why they...
She just could not hold it together.
Which is why they sent me into space.
Are we in the right universe, honey? What?
Honey, I think we're not on our planet.
Oh. I don't know who to call. I gotta call somebody. I gotta call Tony. I gotta call Xavier. I gotta call somebody. This is.
Is it dramatically appropriate at this point for somebody to comes into Divinity, please? You suddenly just get a call from Captain America. Divinity, we're on our way back. There's no joy on this one.
Let me think for a second, because when Divinity's not here... No, yeah, you know what? I'm going to say this. One of the tentacles on the alien has the comm.
Oh my God.
Like the wristband comm is on a tentacle. And so, yeah, we hear that Divinity, Captain America calling in.
Divinity, this is Captain America. Morningstar and I are on our way back. We had no luck with this one.
You've been adventuring with Captain America? Captain America! Honey,
Do they know how old you are?
do they know?
Do they know how old our child is?
Captain America is a very rational and honorable person, and I cannot imagine they would be gallivanting across the universe with a 10-year-old.
Are we drunk right now? Did we get high before we got here? Because I feel like this is unbelievable.
At the very least, you know their homework isn't getting done. You know that's not.
I was from the 90s. We smoked a lot of weed. I get it. You're young, Orion, but what on the God? Hyperion!
She's right here. Hyperion's still here, leaning against the wall, watching this.
Do you see what is happening?
Yeah.
You're cool with this.
I'm not their parent. I'm their big sister.
Yes, exactly. You are their big sister, and they look to you for guidance and judgment.
And we trusted you.
I trust you. So I want to know what your take is.
I look over at James. I'm actually very impressed by that. It was beautiful.
I will say this. Before I knew that the purple caped dude was my sibling, I actually saw it and I fought alongside it a couple times. And they're incredible in combat. They're incredibly strong, almost unbeatable. Honestly, you don't really have to worry about them. I think when they say they almost died, okay, but they didn't. And that's probably, they're probably going to learn from that experience and be even more unstoppable.
But if you could, wouldn't you want them to have a normal childhood?
Well, of course, but like, you think this is normal and you see the googly eyed alien.
That's what I'm saying. We could make them leave.
Everyone dies and no one expects it. So
Okay, apparently this thing is bonded to Orion now, and it's Orion's decision. If Orion wants to keep it, it's only Orion's decision. And isn't that the whole thing about parenting? Like, if you force your kid to not date the weird alien, they're gonna date the weird alien.
Oh, you totally get it as a mother. You would
the
totally.
jury is still out when it comes to parenting. Okay, the proof is in the pudding. If they manage to survive until a ripe old age, then we'll know what's what. But at this right now, he's in the fifth. Sorry, they're in the 5th grade.
Yeah, and that little tentacle thing is like 3 months old or something. And is also apparently the like destined, like the Superman of their world.
I'm
like destined to save their entire species. I don't know, maybe let it grow up and see what happens.
Do you know how many superpowered beings I've met who believe they're destined for something or other? What do you think Thanos had to say? Thanos thought he was destined to reset all of life. How'd that work out?
You get another good point, honey.
I'm sorry. I still have a lot of scars from the whole Thanos thing. I know.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
you were blipped. It's okay.
I mean, anyway,
I don't think that we're going to solve this today.
They need a mentor.
Say that again.
A mentor, someone that we know we can trust to look out for them and be honest with us about what they're going through.
Get Orion pop out of the bubble.
Oh yeah, you're always in control, Orion. Like, you are the one who decides what form you take, really.
Okay.
Unless something wild happens.
Better be the case, because I will kill.
So when Orion starts to shift out of the alien form, it says, "Oh, I have a mentor. It's Monica. Monica's been helping me out at the beginning."
So Monica knows, and she didn't tell me. I look over at James.
We need to have a conversation with Monica.
We have a conversation with Monica.
Well, I asked her to keep it a secret.
You are 12. You are. You don't have the best decision-making capabilities.
You were sculling Baja Blast 3 minutes ago.
You're not always going to have... Your father's right. Your father's sexy and right. Ew. Hey, we happen to have a very healthy and active sex life, and I think that's important.
Mom,
nothing to be ashamed of about having a sex life. It keeps
Dad,
you'll see. You'll see.
It's important. It's important. We're trying to model a healthy relationship, even with your father. It wasn't.
Oh my God! Not talking about my dead father's sex life, please.
Well, I don't want to.
The most satisfied I've ever been.
The dead, but you know,
Stop.
Thor was a legendary Casanova. He's a god.
His hammer was like an extension.
Am I hearing what I think I'm hearing?
Facts are facts. I've accepted it long ago. Long ago.
And you're worried about me?
Yes.
With Ryan?
Yes.
My influence on your son?
Yes. Like, sweetie, this is a very disturbing development. Are you not a sex positive person? Because that can hold you back on a lot of things in life.
Hey, Dad. Guess what? Yeah, but I don't want to hear about your sex life.
Well,
That's a very Freudian response. I learned
I
that.
suppose. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, she's missing out. She'll learn.
One day. you'll
Okay.
this
Do
to your
you want to
kid.
hear about your dad's sex life? Dad? Yeah.
Point
Okay.
taken. Point taken.
Okay.
Point taken.
So, hey, you all are worried about my Baja Blast? I mean, I just streak Baja Blast and play Twitch. You all are talking about
You're
the SEX.
We're worried about you
the
being
SEX.
destroyed in some sort of multiversal incursion or a civil war out past Andromeda or something. The Baja Blast that's just the beginning of our conversation.
Okay.
The alien in your head says, it's nowhere near Andromeda. That's silly.
I thought so too. I remember that from class, but I wouldn't say anything because they didn't feel like I'm talking back. And so, so they say that inside the brain, and then outside they're just looking over. It's like, so I know this is a lot to think about, but I am really happy that this happened because before I just kind of felt like the odd one out, and so now I feel like I'm really part of what everyone else is doing. I wanted to make sure I did a lot of good things first. So therefore, I really cemented myself with the family legacy. And I think I'm doing that by saving multiverses.
If you are using your powers to save innocent lives, then we're very proud of that.
Thank you.
But
Oh,
do not ever allow an alien to bond with you again without telling your mother and I. That's just...
so I didn't know the pager could actually reach out across galaxies like that. Hyperion just told me.
Your mother may be invulnerable, but that does not mean that she does not have feelings.
Oh,
As
sorry.
well.
At that point, a couple things.
Oh, I gotta talk to Captain America, but they don't know who I am as a kid.
Well, so, Aid, you knew that Divinity wanted a little privacy, but having completed you all's part of this visit, you all meet back up, the three of you, trade notes about who you talked to and what you found. And not having heard back from Divinity, you decide to just gently go near the signal, because you can also track each other, by the way, with these. So you kind of go in that direction just so that you're nearby. You're not, not encroaching on the space, but you get kind of like at the building.
Do you all want to meet them?
You mean the irresponsible Captain America that you've been gallivanting with?
We absolutely would need to meet your adventurers.
Like we would need to meet the alien that's living inside of your body.
Absolutely.
Stupid question, but you're not. I'm sorry. I'm just so.
It's
Breathe,
okay.
honey.
Hyperion goes over to you, Carol, and just kind of like rubs your shoulders and looks at you and then just pulls you into a hug. It's okay, Mom. It's going to be all right.
Don't ever let me get to the point where you have to be my mother, okay? That would just be.
A little late for that.
Okay. Okay. Can you invite your friends in?
Okay. So they don't know this. They just know me as my big self. Should I show them who I am?
They're
Without-
gonna have to meet the real you,
I think you owe them the truth.
just like you owed us.
And also, please make sure that they wipe their feet before they come in. We have a lot of...
Again, this would be great if we had a landing pad where everyone could just come in. If we didn't have a whole apartment
Okay.
building.
That'll drive the price up at least $1.5 million. But
I'm just saying, if we were already on the farm, we would have the
Okay.
landing port.
point made.
Okay, I'll be right back. And then as they come out the door, they shut it behind them. And just like, wow. I thought saving multiverses was hard. Okay. and they'll make their way down to where the remaining groups are.
Are all human parents like that?
I don't know. I don't have much experience outside of my own.
Oh, right.
Maybe?
Wow. They really don't trust you.
No. maybe it's because they were gone for a long time. I mean, they didn't even notice that I look drastically different. Like, I'm a foot taller. My hair is a lot longer. And I got like longer legs. They didn't even notice. So I don't know. I told you, Maya, this. Adults are weird.
And you're at the door now, at the end of that part of the conversation.
And
Front door of the building, I should say.
and
Okay.
they'll slowly open it and pop their head aside to look up. Do they see the three individuals?
And you all see, well, what do they see? I mean, I guess they know the description by now, but just as a reminder, what do they see?
So they see like a 4'2" individual with long blonde curly locks that just wraps around like onion ring curls. It goes all the way down to their back. They have these gigantic cherubic cheeks with light hazel eyes. They're about, like I said, they're about 4'2". They have a white hoodie, white and green hoodie that's actually wrapped up at the sleeves, and black sweatpants with like these white shoes. They look like sneakers. And yeah, they just look up at you. It's like, hi.
Hi.
I'm very confused. I whisper to Cap.
They'll hold up the communicator. I'm Divinity.
No, you're fucking not.
They told me, my parents told me I had to tell you so you all would know.
Have we been traveling around with a...
Well, I mean, I knew they were young. They were part of the Young Avengers, but I didn't realize they were like. Oh,
They drink Mountain Dew every day.
I mean, there are adults who also drink Mountain Dew every day. Out of character, we play with one.
Oh no, I don't drink it everything.
I know, I'm picking on you.
Just today, though.
But yeah, I mean, I knew they were young. I didn't realize they were. Well,
Yes.
if your parents want to meet this, I can't imagine it's for any good reason.
Yeah, I kind of told them like who I am. It was pretty hectic. But I think things are looking a bit more smooth now.
Well, didn't they already know?
Oh,
You're
they were
12.
they were gone for 2 years. They didn't even notice that I looked different.
Your
Who
parents
leaves their
were
children
gone for 2 years?
Where did they? We'll talk inside. We'll inside.
Okay. And then they'll take them up to their room.
What kind of dysfunctional? Okay.
My brain is broken.
Well, welcome to my home. And then they'll slowly open up the door. And then inside, you all see, I guess, like Carol, James, and Hyperion.
Electra, are you evil? Are you evil right now, Electra?
Not that I know of. Do you know something I don't?
Okay. As long as you're not evil, we're good.
Why would she
Not
admit
evil.
to being evil because you asked?
And who are you?
I'm not helping.
So this is the superhero team that helps me with the multiverse stuff. So this is Captain America. This is Morningstar. Well, you all seem to know Elektra already, so I guess there's Elektra at this universe too. I have
Quite a reputation is preceded by them.
And then this is Captain Marvel and War Machine. There are my mom and my dad, and this is Hyperion. They're my second team. My first team is with the Young Avengers.
2 teams, our sons on 2 teams.
That is impressive. I didn't join my second team until I was in my 30s. Well, thank you for looking after Orion. I guess probably the first question we would ask, honey, tell me if you're on board with this, is I hope that they have been eating correctly. We like to make sure that they're getting all the food groups, 2 servings of vegetables a day, etc.
I've only ever seen them consume Mountain Dew and Flaming Hot Cheetos.
They hide the figures behind their back. They probably has the red powder at the fingertips.
If it makes you feel any better, I too question the soundness of such diet. We don't have any such food items in my universe.
I don't
Now-
eat, so I can't really say anything.
You don't eat. They don't eat. Okay.
I don't eat. Well, I suppose if you're anything like the Captain Americas that I've met, I'm glad you're there to look out for them.
My pleasure. They're an interesting kid.
Well, now that you all know that they are a kid, I expect.
Well, we knew they were young. We've never seen them look like this before.
You didn't know that they were elementary school young?
Well, I mean,
Middle-
he's
middle school.
12. He's in middle school now.
Yeah, you all saw me back when I was 10. Like, do y'all even notice I look different now?
Yeah.
Well, we were
seventh
distracted
grade.
by the giant tentacle alien that had taken over your mind. But yes, I see you put some length on you. I don't know.
A little bit. You're still pretty short, but here's the thing that I think is the biggest takeaway. You're not being truthful with anyone, Orion. You've kept secrets from the people that are meant to keep you safe, both on a battlefield and at home. You cannot expect anyone to save you if you don't give us a roadmap of the way you're going. You want to be an adult that makes choices? Well, you better make smart ones. I tell Rhodes everything. Things you don't even want to know.
Things you don't even want to know.
Things he doesn't even want to know. But if
Things
I need
I
him,
don't even want to know.
if I need him, he'll be there because he knows where I'm going. And I think the real big problem here is you not telling anybody anything until you have to. And I don't think that can happen again. What do you think?
Well, okay, so in my defense, Monica did tell me I was supposed to keep my secret identity from the team because they said that anyone who finds out about who I am and a person can find out who my family and friends are, that they could go after them and hurt them. So that's why I kept it secret from the rest of the team and everyone else. But yeah, from you all, yeah, I should have been more open about that. And with Hyperion.
Secret identities are massive responsibilities.
Mm.
And going alone and not telling anyone your true identity is very difficult. Just ask Spider-Man. Doing it completely alone.
It's like going on a hike and not telling anyone where you're going, and then when you go disappeared, when you're disappeared, no one knows where you are. It's not responsible. It's kind of fun, but it's not responsible. Aid. Did I get? I don't think I caught your name. I'm
Aid Hastings.
Yes, You think that they shouldn't have told you their identity? Is that something you agree with?
My universe has a very different outlook on children and coming of age, and those sorts of responsibilities. I didn't feel comfortable forcing Divinity to tell us any more or less than he felt comfortable telling us. I did not feel it was my place to do that. I'm not their parent.
Oh, right. Okay. That's a little bit of a shade. Some shade there.
But also, I don't think you quite comprehend just how capable they are. When it comes to our team, they are the one that is usually protecting us, not the other way around. Not for lack of trying, but mostly because they're one of the most powerful beings I've ever had the privilege to work with.
Well, power has to be exercised with judgment. Otherwise, it can be dangerous, not only to the user, but to the people around them.
And
Is
that's where
child
the rest of us
warfare-
came, and that's where the rest of us come in.
You know what? I realize that I have lost sight of something very important. I haven't offered any of you anything to drink. Coffee, green tea.
At this point, Hyperion is on her phone and she's like, what? Oh my God, what is happening? Everyone, look at this. And she shows you a TikTok of New York City. You see a few things going on here. The less obvious thing is that there is a woman dressed in a white pantsuit with long blonde hair and dark roots, standing on a stage and near the crystal, the giant crystal that's piercing through New York City. There are some microphones there. There are some other people on the stage, but those people are now turned looking at the crystal because the crystal is retracting back into the ground very slowly. And everyone is gasping and moving around.
Is that Angela?
It does not look like Angela, but I'm not even going to have you roll for this, Orion, because I'm pretty sure you would remember your good friend Yamaya's mom, what she looks like.
Oh, Estina. Oh, wow. What is she doing?
What's going on?
The crystal is moving. It's moving.
We need to get to New York.
Yeah,
we need to find out what's happening.
Let's go. We have enough people who can fly. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
We need somebody who has really decent speed control to help Electra. Otherwise, she might get airsick.
I might be able to help with that. And Mom, you made a really good point about a landing pad. Maybe the roof.
The roof. That's the compromise. We're always looking for compromise.
We're gonna cut here to a couple of hours later. Through various conveyances of flyers and companions, you make it over to New York City from San Diego. And as you are arriving, there's now a police barrier around the large circumference. It's like, I think I said a third of a mile around this crystal. And it's just like slowly been retracting back into the ground. There is, there's a blue energy field around where the crystal meets the ground. And further, about 30 feet away from that is the police barrier that's been set up. The stage is there, Thena is still there, and you all arrive on the scene. The top of the crystal is probably now, it's still very slowly approaching that blue field in the ground, but it's probably like the size of like a 2-story building, so like 24 feet away from retracting completely into that hole. And that's what you all see when you arrive. What's up?
Do I sense that energy around?
Oh, yeah. So now that you've started to recognize the pattern of the energy, Divinity had dug down in another universe down to the bottom of the crystal, and this blue energy field was there under the ground where the crystal was entering the multiverse. That residue and the blue energy field you're seeing, even though it looks like America's energy, like I said before, is clean and balanced. This is not. It definitely is like giving off some type of that like icky residue feeling.
Is it oily like Los Angeles?
Big guy come with me and I don't know, tread them out to make sure any people get hurt, I guess.
No one is near, like they all cleared the way. There's no one like next to the crystal right now.
And the crystal is going into the earth, right? Or is it?
Yeah, into that blue energy field, which is, it looks like it's going to the earth, but you all know better than the other people that it's actually going into this blue portal.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to jump in the portal after it? See where it takes us?
After you.
1 second. I have to deliver one message before I go. I can meet you afterwards.
All right.
Yeah. You have a couple of minutes, but that's enough time to quickly convey that message that Yamaya wanted you to convey. So you see Thena standing not too far off from you.
Yeah, so Orion flies on over to the Thena and says,
Hi, I have a message for you from Yamaya. She's alive.
She slaps you.
Why did you hit me?
My daughter has been dead for 3 months. How dare you?
I thought so too, but no, she's in a different universe. She's doing fine. She has kids of her own and a husband. And she says she'll see you eventually. She just has to get herself ready to do it. But she loves you.
You can see not just that news really sinking in, but also she starts to remember who you are. Divinity. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Of course. I have to. We're working together on the same team. Perhaps when all this is done, she'll come see you soon.
Please tell her to come. Give her this, please. And she manifests a gold bangle out of this beautiful, clean lines of gold energy, just like a geometric shaped bangle. And she hands it to you. Can you give her this for me?
Of course. Anything you want me to tell her from you?
Mama loves her.
I think she kind of knew that.
And then Divinity would go ahead and fly over to where their parents are. And Hyperion says,
"Well, I gotta go. I'll see you all soon."
Yes.
Hyperion comes over and hugs you.
Divinity hugs back, really tight hug. Says,
"Thank you. You were one of the biggest inspirations, so I'll keep that with me."
I'm sure when you get back, everyone's gonna want to be interviewing you on the news. You dork.
I love you.
I love you too.
and they'll go over to their mom and dad and just kind of hug them real quick and says,
"I'll be back. I have to keep them safe."
And we'll be back more often too.
Yes, I think we will be making much more frequent visits back to this reality.
Okay.
We're proud of you.
Very proud.
Oh, I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
And they
So-
nod. What?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, they nod and then they fly off with the rest of the group.
Okay. You go over to the crystal where the rest of your group is waiting to hitch a ride on it through the blue portal. And you all get on top of the crystal. And as it's just about to disappear into the blue portal, Orion, you look back and you see your parents on either side of Hyperion with they're all shoulder to shoulder, arms around each other's shoulder, watching you proudly. And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Mama Kara was not playing around. She was ready to talk to your aliens manager.
Yikes.
And the Oscar for TTRPG performance goes to
Yes.
Melody and Roberto.
Oh my God. So it reminded me of many a time Roberto and I have gotten lunch or drinks, and every time we meet up, we're in tears crying. And so it makes like laughing. And it makes so much sense that we got to that point because you're so bad. It's such a bad dynamic.
I love
I was absolutely losing it over here. I could not keep it together.
Yeah.
I love how just like as a little peek into the pre-show preparation we did this past week and weeks, the conversation was like, okay, so their relationship is like mostly good, but they have like sometimes they disagree just a little bit. And then this episode was like, oh, we caught a bad day.
Yeah. We caught a bad day.
a nice healthy banter is good.
I think it's good for their sex life too.
Oh yeah.
Of which we learned way too much. Yeah, we learned way too much about tonight.
Don't blame me, blame Carol. She was off the chain tonight.
Yep.
Yeah, so I want to say, oh yeah, of course, for our viewers, for those unaware, I came up with this idea because for those who don't know, in the comics, Captain Marvel and War Machine, they have one of the longest relationships. Actually, they do have the longest relationship in the comic books, but we probably won't likely see that in the Marvel movies because of whatever issues that come into play. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and show this. If Marvel ain't going to do it, then I'm going to do it. And so you all brought that to life. As for that, I truly appreciate it. Give that representation out there if Marvel gets too scared. So thank you for coming in and bringing Carol and James to life, of course. Thank you, of course, to Elisa bringing Hyperion as well as the story. You killed it, and the cry, and Thena, Thena, that hurt it. That hurt the soul. I was just like, oh crap. So yeah, nicely done. Of course, and it's an amazing cast. Once again, you all are fantastic, especially with Aiden. It's like, this family is dysfunctional. And of course, thank you to our viewers, because without you, we won't be here. So we're going to go ahead and look into Raid so on, and we hope you appreciate this episode, and we'll be back for next week for our next episode of Marvel's New Vanguard. But until then, farewell for now.